Hello and welcome to the Citizen Feed. This is episode 12. I'm Ace36 and I'm here with my mates Delta X85 and Mazda 69.
Hey guys, welcome back, guys, to another Citizen Feed. I hope you're all well, and we're going to kick things off as we usually do at the top of the show with our week in review, and I'll get things started with. Well, to be honest, this week I haven't played Star Citizen. Haven't had much time to play this week. Life's been a little bit intrusive, but super excited about the things that are coming up. But something outside of Star Citizen, guys, is that I'm really super excited about this purchase that I've got, which is an old school Casio wristwatch, which is here. If I can show it on stream. Look at that little beauty. So it's kind of a, I was looking at smart watches and all sorts of different things and blingy watches, and I was like, nah, man, I'm going to get a watch that like sends me back to my childhood. So I've got an old school Casio, and also I'm going blind, so I can't read analog watches very well unless the face is really clear, and these little beauties have got a pretty effective light on them as well. So that's kind of keeping me happy despite my...
Do the sound, dude.
Oh, the old school sound.
Yeah, that's definitely a 1990s.
Back to the 80s or 90s, yeah. So yeah, that's me, guys. Unfortunately, didn't play much SC. So what about you, Delta?
Me, same situation, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what individual decided to coin life as a bitch, but that definitely is what it is. General human experience of this situation. So I haven't had much time to play either, man. It's just one of those situations where I'm juggling life, trying to figure it out and do damage control. So I haven't had time to jump in and bust heads and Xeno threat, and hell, I haven't even done any admin. So you guys don't want me doing admin work. I didn't do any this week. It's just been so overwhelming with life. But I mean, other than that, as an individual human being, I'm just trying to get through life and jump through the hurdles that she's throwing at me at the moment. But I'm getting through it.
Yeah.
I'm getting on the other side, and I'll be successful. It's testing my willpower, making it stronger.
Yeah.
What about you, Ace?
Well, I actually did play Star Citizen.
Oh shit! Somebody actually played the game.
Yeah, I actually did. Was nothing spectacular though. I mean, there was no big adventure. I met up with a few mates, and we wanted to go visit the Javelin wreck on Daymar. But the planet was kind of, I mean, the area the Javelin wreck is located at was on the dark side at that moment, so we didn't find it, and we're just basically flying around doing the stupid until we 30k'd, I think.
Is there a
that's it.
Is there a mission? Is there a mission to the Javelin wreck, or is it just memory?
I don't know of any mission. No, actually, I don't know of any mission that leads you there.
That's a big ass ship too. I've never been there. I need to check that out.
It's not really that hard to find if it's not dark as fuck.
I would imagine not. That bitch is big. What was it, like 120 meters or some shit?
480.
Yeah,
480.
I know the length of a javelin.
Yeah, but from space, that's still pretty small. So
what's
still you have to navigate by landmarks, basically.
Do you have put you on the spot? Do you have like rudimentary instructions how to get there, like from memory? Is it like go to OM6?
Go to OM3, and from OM3 around Daymar, you can. There were some coordinates online somewhere. I won't pretend I remember them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also some landmarks you can look for. There's an area, a patch of land that's a little lighter than the rest and looks like like a flexed arm, maybe.
Yeah. And you go down there.
But it's it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's similar to Benny Henge, I think. There's no real mission.
Yeah. It's just there.
Yeah.
And do you guys know of
It's weird.
the Microtech building, right? Where the Christmas tree and stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, under there. That's Delta. Do you know about that? The Christmas tree
No, I
under
don't know anything
Microtech.
about I actually, to be honest with you, let me be straight up, dude. I hate going to planet surface,
Why?
especially to any of the cities, because it's such a pain in the ass to get on, off, and I'm not down with that. One of the things that
Yeah,
deters me from going is a fucking elevator.
you need
Right.
to learn the workarounds, dude. You don't land in the hangars on Microtech. You
I
land
need to go.
outside the commons.
I need to go to Microtech. I don't. I've visited that planet maybe one time. I went to New Babbage a couple times. I loaded in there, but I haven't just flown around and explored. That's my issue, man. When it comes to Star Citizen, like I'm such a goal focused, structured type of individual. When I get in, I got an absolute layout to what I'm gonna do today, and I'm not fucking around. And I just want to make money. So I do need to pull off of that a little bit, get into the exploration aspect, and just see the
Absolutely.
sights because
Absolutely.
the only thing I see is my fucking cockpit, or I'm in a situation where I'm mining or grinding. I do need to just lighten up a little bit and get out and explore the verse.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really missing out if you don't.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
some really cool spots that are totally worth ju- just looking at.
And actually, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
make that this week when I play because I'm definitely gonna play
You
this
need
week.
to relax,
Gonna
Delta.
explore.
You need to relax a bit, mate. You need to just don't play with anyone. Get in your ship and just hit the mountains of Microtech and have a walk around the forest.
Take some screenshots so we can put it on our backgrounds
That's
for
it.
thumbnails.
See, you
Good
put a
man.
goal again. You put a goal. You
Yeah,
couldn't help
I got
yourself.
to. I got to, man. It's what I got to do. I got to be productive to a degree. So I got all the shit that I need to get done. So I might as well do something while I'm there.
Yeah,
Right? We
but
need
knowing the verse is also productive. So it's
it
cool
is.
to just visit places. Just
Yeah.
you don't have to always go after the bounties or after the big rocks.
That AUEC, man.
Well, that's it, guys. I think that sums up our week in review. So let's go to CIG Media releases.
What's up, citizens and civilians? It's that time of the week when we review CIG media releases. We didn't get a Star Citizen Live this week, but we got a huge 11-minute video, almost 12, for Inside Star Citizen dealing with healing. So we're still rolling with the whole rhyming scheme. But guys, we need to take a step back and realize what's coming. Are you ready? Are you ready for Death of a Spaceman? Are you
Oh man, I'm
ready?
so waiting for it.
Are you ready for being able to be in a down state and actually needing? So for all of needing other people, so for all of you guys that like to play solo, that time's on the chopping block. You better start teaming up. You better find you an organization or a group of players to play with because it's no longer safe. You jumping around and you break a leg, you're going to be hobbling around till you get to where you need to go. But if you get into a situation to where you're in a down state, you better call one of your homeboys because before too long, you're not even going to be able to
Keep your
you're not even
stuff.
gonna, you're not going to be able to keep your stuff. So we're in this huge situation. So this is a really big video. Now, while we won't have Death of a Spaceman implemented yet, we are laying the foundation in 315 for healing. So with healing, we're going to wind up having a situation to where you're going to need to be healed. We're going to have healing mechanisms. We're going to have the healing guns. We're going to have hospitals. We're going to have respawn points. If you break your arm or you get chest damage, that chest damage over a long period of time is going to affect you more and more until it's fixed, it's healed. You'll be able to dose yourself with drugs left and right for all of those that like intravenous drugs. Well, now you get to do it in the game too, but you
Different
got to
types of
be
drugs.
Different types of drugs.
Different
This drug,
drugs.
that drug. Give me
Yeah.
all drugs. Drugs for you, drugs for me. Everybody gets drugs. So, guys, if there's nothing else that you take from this, understand that we get a whole entire shipment of drugs, 315. That should delight you all. So, what about you, Maz? What do you think about this? This is a major
Yeah,
change.
yeah. I mean, so on the technical side of things, like there's three tiers of medical service, if you like. Tier one being the hospitals, um, which are in the major cities. I think, except for Area 18, that's coming later.
Hmm.
So New Babbage, I think Lawville and Orison will have their hospitals, and then Area 18 will have one coming up. From what, if my memory serves me correctly, and so they can heal almost anything. They're called Tier One level medical facilities. Then please step in, Ace or Delta, if I'm getting this wrong. Back me up, please. Tier two is the clinics at the R&Rs, and also the Carrick and 890 Jump medical facilities are tier two.
Don't
Um,
forget the Cuddy Red.
and the
No,
Cuddy,
that's the tier three.
yeah, Cuddy Red is the tier three sort of, not sort of, but medical facility. So you're going to have up to three different kind of tiers of, I suppose, injury categorization, where I think tier one, or sorry, tier three is kind of just wounded, some, loss of health points in a component, whether it's your arm or chest or whatever.
Hmm.
And then tier two is some form of broken leg, broken arm, or broken leg. And I think tier one type injuries are like catastrophic injuries to your chest, to your head, um, and and therefore you need to go to a hospital to get those fixed. So another important thing was like being in a down state, where now when you die, or you get hit, and you sort of die. Well, you don't die. You go into a down state, like in many other games, where you're
Hmm.
unconscious. You're unconscious, and there's a timer that's ticking, and either a friend can come and kind of res you, if you like, or heal you with the right med gun or med pen or whatever. And but when he does that, you're not fully healed. You still might have an injury. You might have a broken arm. You might have broken legs. So
Yeah, it just basically stabilizes your character. It's not that you get healed. You just get healed to a degree where you can move to get proper treatment.
yes, and the
And two,
yep, go on.
pain, man. How about pain from your injury? I mean, like for instance, if you have head trauma, it's gonna make you to where your balance is off. You're gonna be woozy. What is it?
Oh
Blood
yeah.
vision. You're gonna
Yep.
have vision distorted. So these injuries, even though you get healed to a point that you're no longer in the down state, you still have these issues residually
Yep.
to where you're gonna have to go to the appropriate facility to have it fixed. Like
Yes.
it's just not a situation to where in the MMO you call over your healer and now we magically just fixed you because guess what, Star Citizen, we love that whole thing called fidelity. So for you guys that love to play in a fantasy land, your days are numbered because this game is only gonna it's always going to be tethered to that idea of fidelity. And we're getting closer and closer with each and every patch. 315 is going to be major, man. I mean, that's going to be with 314 was pretty decent on one side and aspect, but we're actually moving into a whole different aspect of this game that we haven't done yet. So this is all new and it's
Yeah.
game changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, another thing that's important to mention is if you go into a down state, you can't stay in that down state for, like they said, a long time, maybe like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you also get the option to just die.
Give up.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You can give up and just die. The thing is, which is also coming now with the changes to inventory, is that you will lose all the shit that's on your character in that exact moment because your corpse stays there.
No
Yep.
more backspacing
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
unless
no
you
more
just hate
magic
your shit.
teleporter. I mean, I see from the point of view that this makes for a very interesting factor in deciding, do I kill my character now, or do I wait and hope someone comes and helps me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been training myself for this exact moment, guys. I role play, I never backspace. I never backspace. I'll get stuck, even when I'm streaming, I'll get stuck somewhere. I don't care about the entertainment of the stream. I'll put a beacon out, ask people to come pick me up. I will not backspace. So I've been training my mind for this exact moment. So,
Damn, that's just a virtue for you. You
After
compromising
training,
your whole entire stream for damn not backspacing. That's
that's
some
it.
damn dedication.
That's it.
I trained myself with DayZ back in the day. That taught me how to deal with loss in computer games and hours of grinding shit just to lose it in a second.
No, man, I'm not going that route. Delta will push that backspace button in a second to fix my life. Can't do it no more because I hate flying around getting shit. Because to be honest with you, death they didn't even got to put Death of a Spaceman in for me not to hit backspace because I have a certain attire that I mixed and matched to the point that I love it. And I'm not gonna fly around to different fucking places to get it from just hitting backspace and lose that shit. So yeah, that's gonna change up my gameplay. So now I got to. I ain't
Yeah.
got a choice.
Yeah.
Well, there's a workaround for that. Just buy a shit ton of those and have them in your hangar or wherever we are supposed to store all the stuff we buy. So every time you die, you just have to go back to that place where you pre-bought all your stuff and just can re-equip it.
You know, like those guys that wardrobe. Was it Batman's wardrobe? He had like all the same
Yeah.
suits. He had the same suits lined up in his wardrobe. Yeah, he had one suit.
That'd
That
be
shit
what
is
Delta's looks
another.
like. So let me ask you guys this, because in my experience in Star Citizen, I have only ever met one player that actually wanted to be a healer and wanted to run that gameplay loop.
Hmm.
Do you guys know anybody that's like, hey man, I'm definitely gonna be a healer?
Oh yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
I
I
do.
have a dude that's he's in an orc.
Medic.
I don't remember. Yeah, it's not just medic. They're basically like the space rescue. If your ship gets fucked up and you're stranded somewhere, they have ambulances and towing ships and repair ships. That's the whole idea of their orc.
I'm
So
gonna
they
need
come
his
by.
business card.
Yeah, I can pass it on later
Yeah,
on.
a few people in Skeleton Crew straight away are like, "Man, I'm going to be a medic. I'm going to be a medic." So yeah, couple people, which is all you need.
And and there's a couple of orcs dedicated to like rescue services and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which is cool.
there was a guy
I'm
that was
counting on these guys.
there was a guy that was a streamer. He stopped streaming. I forgot his name, but he, you know, the like the helicopter pilot helmet that you would wear in the Vietnam War with the red cross on it, like the pilots that just, you know,
Hmm.
evacuated soldiers. Like he used to wear that helmet with the red cross on it, and there was no medical gameplay or anything, or there was no cutlasses or anything. But he was gearing his whole existence towards medical gameplay. But I don't see him streaming anymore. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway,
Probably
so
because he was trying to stream medical gameplay and it
yeah,
wasn't there.
he got burnt
Now,
out.
actually, I think it's way more popular than you assume right now.
Yeah.
There's even I found a video
Delta's
the other day.
Delta's just got a bunch of killers in his org, mate. That's his
Yeah, man.
Dude,
roles.
I got bulldogs.
I
They
know.
damn just they're just
Healing.
ready to eat,
Yeah.
fucking destroy, eat, destroy, rape, and pillage. That's all they're about, man. But let me back
You
up
need you need
because
more spicy people.
they watch this podcast, so that's not necessarily true. But I do have some players that like admin and PVE as well. But the ones that
Shh.
are the ones that are into PvP, that's all they want to do. They don't want to do shit else. But
I got some players that like shh at PVE. I love how you
PvE.
you're about to say shit. And you caught yourself and said PVE.
I had to.
Sorry, man. Oh, too funny. I think that
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, can I just say one thing? Two more things. One thing is they showed like animations of a guy being injured and kind of limping and stuff. Like I can't wait for the first YouTube videos of some gangster who's wounded with a gun and he's like killing people as he's like limping, from one rock to another. Like that's just going to be the
Scarface.
most heroic freaking YouTube video ever made. So I'm sure that's going to come out at some point. And secondly, on Spectrum, it's really, I think, polarized to an extent. It's polarized the community. From what I'm reading, a lot of people are saying like, we need better stability, better systems in place. You can't just throw this on us. And other people are excited for it. So we'll see how it all pans out. I'm personally I'm the mindset of, for me, I've harped on about desync and stuff enough. I don't want to keep going. I don't want to mention those words ever again until it's fixed. But like I used to think that at the same time, but unless that stuff's going to get fixed in the next few months, I suppose the project has to progress, has to keep adding things. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, me
Well,
too. I
here,
mean,
here. Go ahead, Ace.
we're just testing right now. We're not playing. That's something we should all remember at all times.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a game, and yes, it's an alpha, and blah blah blah. But after all, we're basically just testing what the game will maybe be in the future.
Hmm.
Nothing
So
is final. All these stats are moved. We get new systems, and don't get attached to stuff. It will be wiped at some point anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate real quick. So Spectrum is always polarized. I've noticed. You definitely got some douchebag fucking trolls in there, but on the other side, there are people that give valid points,
Hmm.
and that validity is that okay, guys? Yes, we do have desync. Yes, the servers are not able to handle more than 50 people, and they are struggling with the server side situation. But Maz, as you said, the game has to go. As Ace said, it is in alpha. We do not forget the fact that we are playing a game that we are essentially testing. Now, as far as the debate, how long is that going to go on? I don't know. But when you wake up tomorrow, it's still going to be in a state of testing. And that's something for me as a player that I've struggled with coming into this game and trying to get my brain to wrap itself around the fact that when I play this game, I don't want any issues because I want to enjoy it. So I
Hmm.
don't want 30Ks and desync. That's just the nature of life. One day we won't have that, hopefully, maybe. I don't know,
Hmm.
but it's there. And the game has to progress. So I can promise you, if you want my opinion about what's going to come, and I'm not eating any socks or anything when I say this, but 315 is going to be fucking rough, dude. You
Hmm.
think
Oh,
the major
absolutely.
change we had to the combat situation gave us what 2 weeks of just fucking misery. 315 is probably going to be 3 to 4 weeks of misery.
Hmm.
And if not CIG, I'll give you props on that day that when you roll that out, we don't have epic fucking issues. But it's coming. Dealing with healing. We it's a major change. So if you got medics around, you want to make sure that you keep them around because you're gonna need them.